Hello, I'm Sophie and we are The Flour Station. We are an artisan bakery based in North London, specialising in largely British and Italian sourdough breads. We have a selection that are going to be available on the virtual farmers market, and I'd like to talk you through what we're going to sell. From our Italian range, we've got a ciabatta, a pugliese and a tortano. Ciabatta is made from a traditional biga base, lots of flour, stretched out into a good slipper shape, not too high, really good strong flavour, fantastic for paninis, sandwiches, dipping in olive oil, all sorts of things. Pugliese, much lighter, much airier, good crust, good everyday all-round bread. Tortano, magical bread, probably our star, fantastic bread, made with real baked potatoes. We bake potatoes, mix them in with the wet dough, lots of flavour, touch of honey on the crust, just goes with everything. Soups, salads, salamis, cheeses. It's a great bread. Moving into our British breads, London Bloomer. Very traditional, based on a 1930s London recipe, milky and creamy in the middle, lovely golden crust. Supposedly the scoring on the top is supposed to have 7 score marks to represent one day of the week. So you have one slice a week, one slice a day, that gets you through the week. Traditional London Bloomer. Then we have the multigrain, kind of slightly malted, not too malted, but lots of flax and linseed and sunflower seeds, good nutty, seedy multigrain bread. Then we move on to our levain sections. Although I said all of our breads are sourdoughs, these are the ones that have that strong, tangy flavour of the sourdough that comes from the starter. The wheat germ levain is our sourdough base with added wheat germ. Adds a slight nuttiness to the flavour and just takes the edge off that sourdough, so it's not quite as bitter. The next one is the walnut levain. This is the same levain starter, but we add walnuts. Secret to this is we roast the walnuts first. That helps all the oils and flavours released from the walnuts, permeates the whole loaf. When you cut into it, it's got a slightly purplish hue, which comes from the walnuts. Moving on to the olives, same starter, but this time packed with olives. Coquille niçoise, martini olives, black and green, some of them whole, some of them chopped up, so that you get a good spread of olives throughout the bread. It's not a case of one olive here, one olive there. It's packed with olives. And lastly, the spelt sultana. This has got 20% spelt in it, which is, I know spelt has all sorts of different benefits to it, but this is really there for flavour. It's got a slightly bitter, slightly tangy, slightly crunchy flavour, but we add very sweet ripe sultanas as well, which just balances the bitterness of the spelt and gets a really lovely sort of tea-timey bread, but also great with cheeses, particularly blue cheeses. And lastly, just to go back to the Italian range, we have our focaccias. We do focaccias in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but really for the virtual farmers market we think these are the best format. Little boxes of focaccia. This focaccia is shaped and proved and baked in this box, so you can put that box back in the oven, warm it up. Gets all the olive oil going, brilliant. So those are the breads we've selected. The key defining feature of our bread is that it's real bread, made by real people, using real ingredients. No machines, hand shaped, proved by really skilled bakers who spent years and years crafting, honing their skills. We don't use, it's made every day, freshly delivered here, freshly delivered to you. We don't need preservatives, we don't need additives, we don't need any fake ingredients. These are real ingredients. And the last key feature is time. It takes time to make real bread. Sourdough, this is no fast-acting yeast. These are natural yeast starters. Some of these breads prove for up to 14-16 hours, and that's the flavour. That's where the flavour comes from time. So real bread, real people, real ingredients.